Alright, what up, Virgo? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Jeannie, and you already know what it is. So let's just get into the energy. We're going to be doing a Friday the 13th reading for you, Virgo. Pick up on what's going on. If you've been watching me for the last couple of weeks, you know I have been picking up on Friday the 13th energy. So I'm excited to see what comes out. Alright, let's get into it. I'm also going to have a sale. I'm having a little sale to welcome all the newcomers. If you can screenshot, if you can send me a screenshot of you supporting me in any type of way, I'll give you one free reading in which I answer one question. All right. So hit me up. Let's go. What's going on for Virgo? What's going on for Virgo? Friday the 13th energy for the collective Virgo. I got a page full of notes. You already know. Okay. The first one was talking about empowerment. And I feel like there's going to be a level of creativity or energy, just ambition, just the want to, the drive to be able to create something unique. Okay. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. I feel like there's a lot of things that are already done before. I feel like there's a lot of people taking old things and remixing it, but you're about to have the creativity to create something new, unique, okay? Something so far out of the norm, something so far out of the norm that it attracts a lot of attention. We got GTA police chase, okay? Um, there's something about the new GTA. There's something about the new GTA game. They may release it earlier than what they're saying they are. I feel like they're gonna just randomly drop it. Um, there's somebody out here running from the police. Okay, the police could be looking for somebody. Somebody could be evading the police, but the more that they evade, the more police that accumulates. This is 5-star in a GTA police chase. And if you've ever played this game, you know 5 stars, you can't move anywhere. You're running, all right? You're fleeing the whole time because they're chasing you. So Friday the 13th, I feel like somebody's going to feel this energy. Like the divine is chasing them, okay? Like they're being spiritually taunted, like they're being spiritually targeted. There could be people who are targeting you wherever you go, trying to make you run. I just heard you don't have to run at the devil's pace. Amen. I heard you don't have to run at the devil's pace. So there's people who want you to be frantic. All right. They want you running at a certain pace. They want you struggling and out of breath and feel like everywhere you go, you have to look over your shoulder. They feel like you have to be running from something. But if you know, like I know, act like you know, act like you know. If you know, like you know, Virgo, you know that no weapon is formed against you. So whoever is trying to make you run at the devil's pace is finding out that what you're gonna do when they come for you, cops. Oh shit. Okay, so the tables are turning. There's somebody here who is trying to make you run, feel paranoid, feel scared. Okay, feel like you have nowhere to turn, but no weapons are formed against you. Okay, no weapons formed against you shall prosper. What they're actually doing is being sent back to this person. I've never had this scenario where 2 police come out. Okay, the cops could be very significant. All right, whether no weapons formed against you, and what are you gonna do when they come for you? This is like turning tables. Somebody wanted to chase you down like it's a game. All right, stalking your life, making things hard for you, and now they're not gonna have the protection you have when it comes back to get them. All right, somebody who may have thought that they were a bad boy. All right, I guess I gotta be the bad man. Okay, somebody assumed the role as the villain. They didn't even have to be the villain. Somebody assumed the role of the villain willingly. Okay, they willingly targeted you for no reason. I feel like they could have left you alone, but they wanted to. Okay? And we're going back to the beginning of the reading. I said you're about to be empowered. All right? There's going to be creativity given to you, ambition, energy, period, given to you to empower you. But the same thing happens for other people in a negative way. Okay? Low vibrational entities empower people in a negative way to chase after people like you, to be fixated on a target. They don't even know why they're mad at you. Right? They're just mad at you. They don't even know why they're chasing you and making your life harder. They just don't want you to have a soft life. They just don't want you to have a soft life. And the divine is trying to teach you how to be in a soft life. Okay. So this may be uh, I heard a controversy, but I mean a contradictory. Okay, maybe a little contradictory to say that the divine wants you to live a soft life, but they allow you to be chased by these people. And it's simply to train your mindset. You have to be able to sleep in the midst of a storm, Virgo. You have to be able to relax and have faith that the divine is protecting you no matter what's going on. And the only way to do that is to train your stamina. So, okay, you got to look at it like that. Now that you have the stamina to run, now when you slow down, you get to relax. Things will still be ahead of the game. Let's get into it. Somebody, Friday the 13th energy, somebody is finding out coming after you is backfiring onto them because you had a level of protection that was never going to allow anything that they did to really mess you up, right? Whoever this is unprotected, all right? With this lotto energy, Virgo, I feel like the divine was waiting for the tables to turn to give you your actual good luck, to give you your actual creative ideas that will turn into abundance for you. Yeah, look at this. Stop playing. What that say? It was a trap. A mouse trap. Okay? Because it's an easy remedy to get rid of these people. The divine could easily just blow them off the map. Okay? Like a gust of wind. Everything and everybody that they love just blown off the map. It's real easy for the divine to do that, to just flood out the rats. They've done it before to get rid of the dirtiness on the streets. It's that easy. And I feel like they had to wait till somebody really risked it all before they could let the goons out of the house. And I feel like Friday the 13th energy, Virgo, the goons are out the house. Okay, your ancestral doom. I heard MF Doom, R.I.P. MF Doom. Your ancestral goons are out of the house. Okay, there could be a lot of people who have passed on coming through. Okay, I've been picking up on Louis Armstrong for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Something about kidneys. All right, what's GTA Police Chase here for Friday the 13th energy? I heard everywhere you go, everywhere you turn. Dun, 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 and I'm always gonna dun, dun. I don't know what that is. We have wow. We have childhood, we have baby adolescence, we have pregnancy and patience and tools. I'm telling you, you're about to be given tools that will bring about a level of prosperity that you can't even imagine. They were just putting you through the training field so when they gave you the tools, you wouldn't fumble it. Hear me out. You were in the baby stages of spirituality. You were in the pre-adolescent little baby. You're a little baby Christian, little baby spiritualist. You feel me? You were in the early stages of your spiritual development. So to quicken your process from an adolescent to a ascendant, ooh, from an adolescent to an ascendant master, amen. To quicken your ascension from an adolescence to an ascendant, they had to allow for something to make you run faster, push harder, try more, struggle. They had to put some struggle in you, okay? And they waited until this struggle brought out of you the keys and the tools. I'm hearing I'm hearing something like the tuning, okay, the process of tuning, and there was like an erosion. They kept going until you made the perfect tune, until you were attuned to a certain vibration under a level of pressure. There's something about ascending your environmental vibration to so there's an environmental vibration that is keeping you gridlocked in that vibration, in that emotions, okay, in that environment. They need you to certain emotions to keep you there, like hoods, like the ghetto, like the slums, and it's even like the suburbs, okay, like what they do in the mansions, right? It's the same energy, but it's all about the environment, and the environment conduces a certain level of frequency, and to live in that environment you have to be under a certain level of persecution, okay, of degradation, of attack, all right, and it keeps you frantic at a low vibration. But once you are able to overcome your environmental vibration, you break free of that hold, and either you move or you raise the vibration of the environment. And I feel like you are being attuned to conquer your environment. Something about the House of Dragons. Okay, we're getting a lot of fish, Pisces energy. I almost drew a fish. Okay, I did draw a fish, but it's a really ugly fish, and I didn't want to show nobody. Okay, it's that ugly. You ready to see my fish? Y'all better not laugh. Y'all better not laugh. Don't laugh. Okay, I'll be really mad if you laugh. You laughed, didn't you? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was terrible. Anyways, I was picking up on a lot of fish. All right, a lot of swimming energy, real majestic. Okay. I'm getting also a lot of birds that also swim. I don't know what that's about. And I've been seeing a lot of blue jays. Let's get into it. Was no weapon will formed against us shall prosper. Okay, some of you may have been putting on some type of spiritual armor. We got the golden ticket here. Your ancestors backing that up. Amen. Friday the 13th energy is crazy, Virgo. So I feel like you're being tapped into the plan. Oof. Okay, so what they're showing me is that there was a spiritual plan the whole time. They just couldn't tell you the plan. So they threw you in the middle of it, knowing the spiritual plan the whole time. I feel like now you are being tapped into the spiritual plan as you're ready to know the spiritual plan, because there's something about your environment being able to figure out the plan if you knew the plan. So they had to keep you blind to the plan in order to protect the plan. So when you were ready to know about the plan, bam, they hit you with the plan. And all of a sudden, it all makes sense. Okay, your ancestors and guides 13-3, 1333. Your ancestors and guides were here with you the whole time. Okay, they were supporting you, rooting you on. They knew you were going to get the golden ticket by the end of these trials and tribulations. They saw what you had to go through. They saw how all the weapons may have scared you, lowered your vibration, kept you stuck, gridlocked in something. But it was like it had to be like that in order to surprise you with something. Okay, I'm getting the element of surprise, because if you knew you would get it, it wouldn't be faith. You would, if you knew you were getting the golden ticket, there would be no free will in choosing the struggle. You feel me? So I feel like they had to put you in a scenario in which you had no free will to the struggle and you were still faithful. Bam, and that's why you're getting the ticket. There's something crazy in which you're going to be told the plan that was being pulled out of you, or the plan that was being transformed through you, uh, and how and how the element of free will while going through the struggle was needed to get the golden ticket. Because if you knew about the plan and you were just doing it for the ticket, there would be no free will, right? But you didn't really know. You had faith that no weapon will formed against you shall prosper. There it is. You have faith and belief, and that is a level of vibration that contradicts with your environment. And when you do that, you start to ascend past that 1515 and elevate at a place where they can't hold you no more. And I feel like you did it. You did it. Now you can be letting, now they can let you know what the plan is. So expect your spirit guides and ancestors to come towards you on today, Friday the 13th. For whatever reason, I was listening to a song by Frank Ocean earlier today, and he said in the song, "Stay up after 1," and it's 1 a.m. right now, Friday the 13th. All right, I didn't even register that till now. 15:55 on the clock, Virgo. Expect your ancestors to come through now that you're able to be tapped in on some of the plan. Okay, you're going to be given something, given a level of luck and prosperity, and what they want you to do with this luck and prosperity is to pour back into yourself, your creative pursuits, your finances, and a spiritual pursuit. Okay, this spiritual pursuit will have something to do with what you're guided to. Okay, they're gonna tell you where to go. Yeah, they're gonna tell you where to go, what to invest in. Okay, some of you, they want you to save. I heard save for a rainy day. What's bad guys? Okay, bad boys. They may be making another Bad Boys movie. Okay, a spinoff. I'm getting like a spinoff of Bad Boys. Expects like a spinoff of all like the good hits. All right, there's a lack of creativity at this time, and this is why you're gonna be so seen, okay, so relevant. You're gonna be so popular because you're gonna have a level of creativity, a level of uniqueness that is new to the environment. Because a lot of people are under oppression, just doing the same thing everybody else did over and over again, like washing, okay, washing and reusing and recycling. And when you are given divine creation, you are given a unique blueprint in which you can create your imagination. And Virgo, your imagination is different from other people. Okay, and what's going on is that your creativity in the environment that it was produced in is going to be like a shocker. Like, what? You were inner city, came up with this type of energy. You was in the middle of the slums, coming up with this. Yeah, it's going to be hard to not appreciate it, not glorify it. There's going to be God written all over it. Oh, this little light of mine. Hell yeah. It's going to look like this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. All right, let's get it. What's bad boys energy? Somebody mentally conflicted. Yeah, they go be in the storm the same way they had you mentally conflicted when you were a baby spiritualist before you ascended past your environment. They thought that shit was funny too. Okay, but we all know God loves his children. Amen. What's where there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Contentment. And then we have the devil at the bottom. 9 of Cups, contentment. Ooh. Okay. The divine is telling you that they're allowing your enemies to get really content, to get really put together, to get really set in their ways, real lazy, okay, real relaxed before they come after them with the full weight of justice. Stop playing with me. Mm, mm, mm. I would hate to be a hater. I would hate to be on the wrong side. 1919. I would hate to be on the wrong side of justice, baby. Okay? I would hate it. I would hate to be on the wrong side of justice, baby. Because whatever somebody has been sending your way is about to be brought back to them. But it's going to come to them when they're content, when they're fat, when they're lazy. When they think that they have won, they have settled in, they've bought these houses. You feel me? They've strung it all together on here. And there's something about string theory. There's something about pulling strings that collapses the whole thing. Okay, there's an anarchy. I'm getting a pyramid scheme as well. Somebody's on top. Okay, there is this slug like energy. You see how I just noticed it's like a slug outfit. All right, somebody's getting real slow because they feel content, they feel protected, they feel like nobody's gonna come for them, like they are untouchable. And this is how the divine really wanted them to feel. This is all a setup. Like I said, the divine wanted you to feel this pain, to feel the full weight of the devil and still having faith that no weapons will prosper. That was a part of your plan. But for them, it's the other way around. They had to find contentment and comfort of getting away with doing toxic things. So when justice hits them, they get the full plan and they realize that they were set up to do this. Okay? That negative forces exploited their ego to open them up to getting this justice. Yeah, we have familiar spirits, choice, and lovers. Yeah, these are your choices of familiar spirits. Stop playing with me. Some of us have divine familiar spirits, and some of us have demonic familiar spirits, okay? We all have both. Some of us have both, right? But we just don't listen to the demonic ones, right? We listen to the good ones. And I feel like, Virgo, since you listen to the good ones, even through the struggle, even through the degradation, even through the manipulation, the attacks, 2202, you still had faith, and that's why good things are going to happen to you. But these people listen to the bad ones. And the bad ones hyped their head up, made them real comfortable with it. So then they were left open and unprepared for the weight of justice. Somebody got like a whole script, a whole evidence, whole records of stuff because they thought that they were untouchable. So they got real lazy. Okay, they got real content. They started cutting corners. And going back to the beginning, we got the flood out the rats, and somebody's a rat. Look at that little rat. You're showing up as the dragon, and you're not even full grown dragon in this spiritual scenario. All right? Whoever this is a rat. They're easy to exterminate. But anyway, somebody got something all put together. Okay? Woof, woof, woof. Holy shit. I just sounded like a dog, like a like a barking dog. Anyways, the weight of glory just hit me and it hit me hard. They said that the same way that they made you patiently go through whatever they did for as long as they did, this person is going to have to learn contentment in the same scenario they put you in. So this person wanted to they wanted to teach you some type of lesson. Some of these people could have been attacking you while you was pregnant for the divine feminines. Okay, we're attacking your relationship, your pregnancy, your birth, all that. Making you go through spiritual warfare, the most vulnerable time when you're birthing gods and goddesses. Yeah, they haven't forgot about that shit. Anyways, what's the GTA police chase energy here? The Five of Cups, loss, yeah. Nine of Pentacles, this is your energy, Virgo. Somebody's also regretting chasing you. The High Priestess, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Wands. Yeah, you already knew. But the High Priestess energy, the Nine of Wands in the reverse, and the Five of Wands. Something about your scenario enlightened you that this wasn't something that you could protect yourself from with the Five of Wands. The World card. Yeah, you had to patiently wait till it was over. The Eight of Swords, the Five of Coins, the Two of Swords, the Hangman, the Justice. And during that time, you stayed upright. You didn't do what they did. This is the point. Okay? With the Hangman to the Justice, there was a waiting period before you could get your justice. And here it is. Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles, and the Emperor, and the Empress. Stop playing with me. Stop it. What the hell? Because they playing with me right now. Okay? They make me want to flip the table. Virgo, look at this shit. You have you with the High Priestess, you already knew there was some type of spiritual warfare going on because it was like a supernatural attack in which you took losses, in which you took real pain, in which bad shit actually happened to you. Okay? But that shit is over. That shit is over. And now it's just some type of mental game in which you have to wait for justice. And you already know whatever your justice is will be worth the wait. We have the Four of Cups, the Empress, the Four of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Hermit, the Judgment, and the Eight of Coins. Somebody wants you to feel like you've already missed this. I don't know why. Somebody wants you to feel like you already missed this. Okay, but your discernment tells you otherwise. You didn't work hard enough holding your discernment to not be tricked by somebody. This is that energy. There's somebody here who took you through a series of attacks, and what it taught you to be was mentally strong. And now they're trying to mess with you, and they can't because you're mentally strong. Five of Cups, this is the energy. So they had to teach you how to withstand the enemy's attacks so they're not attacks anymore. This is the energy. This is how you ascend your past your environment. They have to have stronger attacks, stronger weapons to affect you, to phase you. This is that energy. With the Five of Cups energy, though, somebody will regret coming after you. Okay, they probably already do. We have the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. What's this child, baby, patient energy? Virgo, with the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords, you could have regret your decisions that push you here. But I'm here today to tell you, 111 on the clock, Ace of Cups. You could have regretted your decisions that you made that put you in a scenario in which you had to start your awakening. But I'm here today to tell you that that was a part of the script. Some of you are still blaming yourself for choosing that one thing that left you vulnerable to the enemy. And I'm here today to tell you it was all a part of the plan. There has to be a need of a humbling before you can be brought back up. There has to be a need for meekness to attain God's favor. Okay, there has to be the energy of understanding to conquer your environment. And the plan was to get you to understand your environment in a way where these type of things don't touch you, don't affect you. Okay? And this is the first steps to your spiritual walk. And you've already mastered it. You mastered this level. You mastered these people. You mastered their attacks. Now you just have to hold this vibration long enough to break this matrix. What's the child, baby, adolescence, pregnancy? Some of y'all could be pregnant. With the moon, some of y'all could be pregnant, hiding a pregnancy. There could be some type of spirit child, spirit baby. Some of y'all adolescents, y'all children were our spiritual babies. And that's why there was a lot of spiritual warfare in your pregnancy, your birth, okay, your relationship, because somebody's a spiritual baby. We have the Nine of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Magician. Yeah. Whoever was attacking you, they're getting attacked already. Okay. Some of these people's wish fulfillment was for some type of attack to either ruin this luck or something to do with like a baby, fertility, maybe a pregnancy. With his moon card and the child's energy, childhood moon energy, there's some type of fear that was installed in you, fear, anxiety. What is this? Moon energy that was instilled inside of you during some type of childhood, adolescence energy. And it needed to be purged, not a source. So they brought somebody in it that would trigger that wound so that you could turn that flaw into a strength. Hear me out. Hear me out. Some of you still blame yourself for leaving yourself open to something that left you vulnerable to attack. Okay? Well, this was supposed to happen because there was something inside of you placed there in your adolescence that was supposed to break you. And it didn't. You survived, but it left a wound. Okay, and that wound was attracting something, 3131. So they had to send somebody in to show you the wound so that you can identify, heal, get rid of it, get rid of this person, transform past this environment, go to the next lesson, the next devil, blase spliff, on and on and on. Tell me about it. What's this moon? Be the tower in the reverse and the 4 of coins. Yeah, you were scared, Virgo. You were scared, but it never broke you with this tower card in the reverse. But also, I'm getting holding on to past, ruminating over something, holding on to something. Moon, tower in the reverse, 4 of coins. There was something that was done to you that is supposed to. There was something done in your childhood that was supposed to ruminate and cause some type of holds on you that they could exploit. We have the King of Swords, the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, yeah, the 9 of Swords. Bring somebody in. But discernment cut through this. This is also giving me like some type of surgery here. I just heard circumcision as well. Yeah. So to heal some type of wound inside of you, they sent you someone who showed you the wound. Not for you to hold on to this person, not to you to be with this person, but to recognize that they are a reflection of the environment that you're locked in, based off of something that happened in your wound that was in you. Ooh, some of you need to do some womb healing, but based off of something that happened to you in your adolescence, so that you wouldn't feel safe, you wouldn't feel secure, you wouldn't have faith. It's basically like depression, okay? Fear, the moon card energy. Okay. They're also giving me like the parallel mirror experience again. Like some of your enemies could have been sheltered. They didn't have to go through the things that you went through. Their wounding will be more in their adult age, and your wounding will be more of your younger age, or vice versa. Something about age here. I'm also getting the mirrored wounds of generation. Like your father went through the same thing, your mother went through the same thing. Something. What's no weapons formed against me shall prosper. Somebody's also trying to chase you down, get you pregnant, have some type of kid with you. Y'all see that big ass fly? Holy shit. That thing huge. Yeah, you better run, ho. Yo, I picked up this thing to swat the fly and it ran right out the room. Punk bitch. Just scared. Anyways, that thing was huge. What's no weapons formed against me shall prosper. Something about the full armor here, protection. We got the Three of Swords wanting to pop out. What's no weapon? There it is. We got the Four of Wands in the reverse. All right. The Four of Wands in the reverse is like setbacks, delays, unhappiness, broken relationships, divorces, house moves, foreclosure. Okay. What's the Four of Wands in the reverse? The Hierophant. No, nothing that they could do was gonna shake your faith. The Queen of Pentacles here. This is giving me the energy of remaining faithful in domestic disputes. They're telling me most people. They're telling me most people get caught up in this. There it is again. Shit. They're telling me most people get caught up in domestic disputes. So they don't even focus on their spiritual path. They don't focus on the lessons they're supposed to be learning. They don't focus on breaking the matrix of their environment and leveling up and ascending. They just focus on their boyfriend who's cheating on them, their girlfriend who then fucked every single friend that they have. Is this type of energy. Most people get caught up in the bullshit. Okay? They allow spiritual warfare, chaos, blockages to distract them from their spiritual path. You, on the other hand, it brought you closer to God. Amen. Amen. Let every problem that you experience bring you closer to the divine. Woo! Right? This is that energy. I feel like instead of, getting closer to negative or low vibrational instincts, Virgo, you went the light way. All right, you stayed faithful. That's why you're getting some type of ticket. There's something about a candle wax. Somebody may spill a candle, Virgo, all over the carpet. Okay. There's something about waxing. Why is lucky ticket here? Wow. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the World card and the Temperance. I just heard whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop. Okay, so somebody really deserves something. With the Ten of Cups of the World to the Temperance, by the time something is by the time something is over, Virgo, you're gonna be very happy. All right. There's some type of Ten of Cups lucky situation here. In which you are going to be very lucky in life. You're going to have a lot of happiness in life. With the World card to the Temperance, when you learn the lesson and overcome your environment and really temper and alchemize the energy, you will have prosperity in your community. You had to conquer it first, though. The Ten of Wands. And it was hard. And you did it. You didn't even know it was hard. Congratulations. You did it with some kids on your back. Congratulations. You feel me? You did it through depression and spiritual attacks. Congratulations. Like this type of energy. You're gonna be given something for learning. With the World card here, they're giving me a successful conclusion, a bright new phrase. You feel me? Spiritually, it talks about integrating aspects of yourself and becoming whole. And I feel like Virgo, there was aspects of yourself that was damaged during your adolescence that needed to become whole. All right. And to do this, they took you through a journey. Now you're being tapped in on what it was. Okay. And it may be, hard to believe, hard to take in. But once you know the blueprint of your reality, each time will be easier and easier to ascend. Okay? You know the basic steps. What's this energy here for? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. What you're gonna do? What you're gonna do when they come for you? The Chariot, and then the police come out. Stop playing. Okay? That's the third time the police came out with this energy. Cancer could be significant. Four of Cups, Nine of Wands in the reverse, Page of Pentacles, High Priestess, and the Devil. Eight of Cups. Somebody knew what they were doing was bad. Okay, I heard I knew what I was doing was bad. Okay, I'm getting confession. This is my confession. Just when I thought I was done, face ass. All right, and I got one on the way. Somebody may be pregnant for real. Man, I don't know what to do. I guess we gotta see part 2 of my confession. 4111. Okay, 144. With the Chariot to the Four of Cups and the Nine of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the High Priest, the Devil. Somebody here was investigated and they didn't get caught for what they did. They evaded before. They evaded something. Okay, they could be also paying for some type of spiritual work. We have the Page of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Devil, and the Eight of Cups. All right. It's like somebody saw that you were going through it, and with the Page of Pentacles, they were still hearing good news about you. So with the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups, they had the thought, like, since Virgo is still alive, since Virgo is still thriving, since Virgo is just learning and spiritually ascending, maybe I should walk away. But they didn't. The Sun card, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, contentment. Okay, we have contentment, Nine of Cups energy here, and now it's in the reverse here. Double confirmation that this person, Virgo, their wish fulfillment was to make you unhappy. We have the Eight of Cups to the Sun, to the Nine of Coins, because they wanted to walk away, but they got some type of joy and happiness out of seeing you fucks up, unhappy. We have the Lovers, the Six of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles. They may have used a partnership, love, work, okay, someone to betray you. What you gonna do when they come for you? Or somebody's gonna be betrayed by a lover. What's this bad boy energy? We have the Knight of Wands, the Chariot to the Nine of Wands to the Seven of Cups. Yeah, there's gonna be something chasing after this person that's going to distract them from doing this shit to you. Okay? This person's gonna be so tired from running away that they're gonna have to do something else with their time than come fuck with you. What's contentment here? Somebody may knit, okay? We have the Four of Cups. What's contentment here? Somebody may knit, crochet, something with yarn to be significant. I'm also picking up on a lantern. We have the Queen of Swords to the Knight of Cups. The Lovers. Yo, what the fuck? Tell me this ain't about love. Some obsessed lover. Okay, because whoever this is, may have done all this to get you to chase them. What the hell? Now, I could understand if somebody, was holding a golden ticket, or they were like Shabba ranks, right? Shabba rank, Shabba rank. Okay, if they had gold all over my chain, gold all over my watch, gold all over my teeth. Then I can understand being chased, but you're only going to be chased by people who want materialistic things, right? So I don't know who this person was to think that they were going to get you to chase them, or that this tactic would make you stay in a sad relationship. I don't know what this is, y'all, because with the Four of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Cups, they're telling me this is you with the contentment. Four of Cups rejecting this person, and now they're going to be the one chasing you. For some of you, there's somebody here who's been attacking you, saying that you are holding on to them. The Four of Coins. Like, Virgo love me so much. I got Virgo under my control. And it was never like that. Ten of Cups, the World card, to the Temperance. The Four of Wands to the Hierophant. This is like somebody keeping you in an unhappy relationship and expecting you to be dedicated and faithful to an unhappy relationship. And with the Ten of Cups, the World card, the Temperance, you knew that the divine destined you to be happy, to have a soft life, to have a loving family, because that's the fruits of the spirit. And if you are spiritually knowledgeable, you know that good things produce more good things. So you would produce a good relationship. Whoever this is, okay, if you mix with this person, you produce bad things. That's why you don't want to produce with this person. That's why you don't want to be with this person. It's just the law of the environment that they placed you in. Somebody fucked up your environment trying to mold you and shape you as like a pre-adolescent. Like, they can hold you and shape you in by putting you through a series of whatever the fuck this is. Somebody really thought that they were like changing you to their likeness, not knowing that God was using this scenario to pull his likeness out of you, and to show these people that no matter what they did to you, that you would still be content. Even if you were poor, you still don't want this motherfucker. Even if there was no men left in the world, you still wouldn't be with this one. There is something here about, like, even if this person really did go out of their way to block off everything in your life, you would sit there quietly before you would chase this motherfucker right here. It's this type of energy. I don't know what you heard about me. Okay? They really thought that they could stick a high priestess in a toxic scenario like you wouldn't walk away. They really thought they could confuse you into moving risky with them, but you had discernment. So even when you were poor, you knew to be faithful. Even when you were poor going through conflict, you still held on to wisdom, guidance, and truth. This is that type of shit. There's people out here who are messing with the chosen divine ones, but you are made to be messed with. You are made to destroy the environment. You are made to teach these people that their tactics does not work on everyone. And with the Knight of Wands energy, okay, the Chariot to the Knight of Wands, as you, as they're being chased, Virgo, you get to move away from this. This is why this is here. They missed the chance to entrap you. You heard? Arrest you. Get you trapped and locked into this environment. They missed that chance. You have now already ascended. And this is the energy. Friday 13th, Virgo, your enemies have suddenly realized that you have ascended past the environment that was being used to mold you. So what happens when you break free from the mold? They come chasing you. That's what happens. Closing message. We have 9 of Swords, the 6 of Coins, and the 5 of Swords. There's people out here who's very worried. Friday the 13th. Now that you have ascended past the environment, they spooked. Oogly boogly style. Okay, they're so spooked that they want to do oogly boogly. Nine of Swords, the Six of Coins, the Five of Swords. Somebody could be worried about the things that they paid for to hurt you, the things that they did, the things they went out of their way to concoct, create, manipulate, to disempower you, Virgo. Six of Cups in the reverse. In the past, there's somebody here who put you in this GTA police chase where they were trying to make you go through losses and block your progress by putting a bunch of burdens and bullshit on you, okay, attacking you, blah, blah, blah. And now they're worried about what they paid for, what they did to try to defeat you. Because not only did they not defeat you, but you're still getting some type of level up. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I can't make it up, y'all, to defeat the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, they really tried to come for you. The Star in the reverse. We have the Magician. The Queen of Wands. And the Empress. Oh, look at that. The Sun card. Look how you do that there. Went from the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and then hit the Empress. Just like that, baby. Boom, boom, boom. All we're missing is the Queen of Cups. Where's she at in the deck? Where is the Queen of Cups? There she is. Queen of Cups in the reverse, the Ten of Cups, the High Priestess. Over here representing some emotionally unstable person. Ace of Swords, Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Page of Swords. There's someone out here with this look, Seven of Swords, the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups in the reverse. There's somebody out here who is planning to mess your head up emotionally, or they were like putting judgment about you. Okay, they made a decision to lie about you. Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands, Ace of Swords. They may have like played in your face, pretending like they loved you. Anyways, with the Queen of Cups, the Six of Coins, the Magician, the Queen of Wands energy, it's just giving that people were trying to destroy you, your business, your success, your security. And with the Star card in the reverse and the Magician, it's so that you wouldn't believe in your magician energy, so you wouldn't have faith, belief, the vibration needed to manifest and escape from this environment. But with the Queen of Wands to the Empress energy, this is giving me nothing but stepping into your power. Stepping into your power in a way where you can show people that an empress can rise up from the ghetto. This is that type of energy. An empress could overcome. I won't get that fly. An empress can overcome and be brought out through any circumstance, man or woman here. This is the Queen of Wands to the Empress. We have the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Coins, the Two of Cups, the Page of Swords. There's some type of weight that you're carrying by yourself that you won't have to carry by yourself anymore. The Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Sun card, the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Now the tables are turning. There's people who are watching you alchemize the energy in the environment, and now they're sad because everything they thrown at you did not destroy your joy, it didn't destroy your peace, it didn't stop you from being ambitious, it didn't stop you from loving, it didn't stop you from doing shit, really. It just may have delayed you a little bit. But with the Nine of Cups to the Two of Pentacles, the things that you do by yourself, Virgo, you won't have to do no more by yourself here with the Two of Cups. There is someone who is some type of vibrational match to you. The Hermit. And we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And then we have the Page of Cups. Okay. But we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Sun card. There is somebody with a vibrational match with you, and this was shown to you. Okay. Oh, Gabe. Ha 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 ha. At least I didn't bark this time, right? There's there has been some type of energy shown to you, wisdom given to you. So you have a vibrational match because of the wisdom that you gained through this experience. You had to go through some type of reckless attack, false lover, false friend, false energy that showed you love, but actually was cheating, lying, degrading, attacking you. You had to learn some type of wisdom that puts you in this vibration. And this was what was brought out of you, the Sun card. This is the part of the plan that they're tapping you in on. These enemies, what they did to you, the attacks they did to you were strategic to heighten you in certain areas of your life to trigger elevation so that you can be high enough to get this Two of Cups. Two of Cups, Ten of Cups. I'm going to leave it there. This is the energy that I have for you, Virgo. This is this Friday the 13th energy for the collective Virgo. You've just been tapped into the spiritual plan. This was just a mere piece of what the divine has in store for you. And if you are ready to take this journey and move forward towards defeating your reality and creating a new, happy, peaceful one, the next step is to use all the knowledge, wisdom, information that you got from the last tribulation and apply it. Apply it in a way where nothing can touch you. Hold that vibration and then break it all. This is the energy that I have for you, Virgo. This golden ticket is coming. It's just a matter of time till you bust out your environment and manifest it into your reality. If you resonate with anything here, please give me a like, comment down below. And like I said, you show me proof and validation of support in my channel in any type of way, I give you one free reading with one free question. All right? Hit me up at MagentaTarotMessages. Peace.